dedication, perseverance, work ethic. These are a few of the many attributes of our nation's athletes. It's a cloudy day in Plano, Texas, where the student athletes of Williams High School are practicing for their last game of the season.
I've been coaching for 6+ years now, and my main goal for these athletes are to be successful students, to one day be strong leaders in their community and role models to their children. My main goal for these athletes is to prepare them for the next level. So down here, they're at Williams. Our main goal is to prepare them for Plano East. In Plano East, their main goal is to prepare them for college at either ball at the next level or just to be a college student. I've been coaching for 5 years, 2 years as a volunteer coach, and then 3 years being paid as an assistant.
I started coaching in 2001, so that'd make it 16 years. And gosh, main goal for my athletes, my goal is obviously to improve them physically and make them better football players, but ultimately my number one goal, I would have to say, is to create a strong individual that is an awesome person, has great character, and is also a great student as well as an athlete.
There are lots of hardships that we deal with as a coach. The first one probably is family time. You give up a lot as a football coach to work with these guys, with other coaches. You see other coaches and you see the kids more than you see your own family. So you give up a lot. You give up that quality time. You give up that relationship time that you have with your family and with your wife more than anything else, I think. There's a lot that goes into coaching. Adapting to the not consistent sleeping patterns, not getting to eat at the same time every day. A lot of people have their regular 9 to 5 where they take lunch every day at 11 or 12 or 1. They get up at the same time, they go to bed at the same time, they have consistent lives. As football coaches, we don't have that. We're up here early, we're up here really late, we're up here on the weekends. Nothing is consistent. So if we have a time we can sleep, we may catch a 30-minute nap whenever we have that opportunity, but there is no consistency whatsoever. I enjoy being a coach despite the hardships, even though there's a lot of stuff that people deem to be negative. There's a lot of positive too. You see kids grow from an early immature level to when they become seniors, they grow into men, and you see that maturity change from young to old, and that's worth it.
I feel like I'm a coach in all aspects of my life at times. In a classroom, I feel like I try to motivate my students to do the best they can. I almost feel like sometimes I'm talking like a coach. When I'm at home around my kids, I'm always trying to push them and motivate them to do the best they can be. So I think just being a coach and being around the profession and trying to be a strong motivator is kind of in all aspects of my life.
Coaching is it's a way of life. I wouldn't say it's a job. It's just a way of life. You treat it like a job, and you will burn out. You won't be effective at what you do. Kids will notice it. And about a third way through the season, you will just be worthless to everybody around you. What we teach our athletes here, other than sports, how to face adversity, how to be a leader, and not only that, be a leader, but also how to be a productive follower if they're having to follow a leader or take just take advice from someone, teaching them teaching them about grit and how it is to overcome things within.
That's about it. Hey, keep taking grits in the classroom. Let's finish this. Listen. Let's finish this season with a win. Got it? Yes, sir. Let's go!
Student athletes have a very demanding job. They must take care of business in the classroom in order to play the sport they love. They also need to stay disciplined in every aspect. They will grow up to be role models for future generations and shape society.
I started playing when I was 5, 6 years old. I was playing flag football. I played that until first grade, and then I found select football. It was rough. Got beat up. Kids were a lot bigger than me, but I looked at it as a challenge, motivation. And then all the way up through middle school, I did that, and then I started playing middle school ball, 7th and 8th grade. But 8th grade put a twist on to play basketball. It was a struggle. We struggled that season, but it was fun, And now I'm a varsity corner, playing the East.
When I was 6, I played soccer with a whole bunch of my friends, and then I transitioned into, when I went into the 4th grade, I went into basketball, which was my main sport for about 5 years. And then after that, I transitioned into football in the 7th grade, and I play that now.
I really want to give back to my community. Plano's done so much for me. If I wasn't in Plano, I'd be in jail.
Being an athlete has helped me to respond to different situations in my life. At home, I'm more willing to help others, as before I usually never just do anything. I just be lazy, sit at home, and do nothing. And I'm more willing to help my friends indeed.
As far as social life, your friends, you especially on a football team, you do everything together. You go to games together. You don't get home till 11:30 at night on a Friday night. You would be hanging out with your friends, but you're with, your brothers. You get this bond, and can't anything break that. I'm not gonna say friends have the same impact as my family does, but it does help me cope with not seeing my family as much as I normally would if I wasn't playing sports.
I found out that coaching's made me a different person, mainly because the people I hang out with are either all coaches or really interested in football. There's not a lot that we don't talk about or do that doesn't have to deal with some sort of competition, especially with friends. With family, it's even gotten worse into the fact that I have my wife's entire side of non-athletes now playing fantasy football and watching NFL every single Sunday. So it's definitely made a big difference.
So being in football is affecting my life with my social life as well, as it prevents me from hanging out with my friends and going to parties and having a social life. And on the other hand, there's physical aspects as well, as risking injury and having to go in ice baths every day, treating my ankles and knees, because those are usually prone to injury for me. I enjoy being an athlete despite the hardships because I'm able to prove myself against others, because it's always a competition to me who can be better in one thing versus another, and showing off my abilities on the field and off the field. And yeah, it's always a competition between my teammates and my opponents. If you're not motivated to get up in the morning and do what you do day in and day out, then you're not really into it 100%. You have to be dedicated, and work ethic has to be a must when being an athlete. You have to dedicate a whole bunch of your time and effort to the sport that you want to do and to be successful in life.
people who've known me for a while, they know me as the guy who leaves last, shows up early, leaves last. You know, the work ethic, that's how I really like to be known as. For those guys who play with me from middle school on to now, they know me as the kneecap killer because I don't like kneecaps.
Sports can definitely shape your life in the sense that if you're trying to accomplish goals in whatever sport you're playing, you have goals set with if you want to be able to lift this amount of weight, or if you want to be able to accomplish this or that on the field or court. Whenever you're done playing your sport, if you take that same mentality and put it towards your school and put it towards life, no matter what job you have, you will find yourself always striving to be better. 100%. I think that sports play a huge role in people's lives. I mean, people's lives are changed every day because of the people they interact with, the brothers and sisters for girls athletics, the family that they make, the friends that they make. And some of my best friends were teammates that I had. So I think sports are a huge value to people's lives. There's so many things that sports teach you that you may not learn in other aspects of life.
Guys like Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, TB12, their lives revolve around football. You know, they have families, and you know, of course, they have to acclimate, they have to adapt to the situations, the away games, even the home games, because they don't spend a lot of time with their families. They're always with the team, and you know, it's tough.
Without a doubt, I think sports can shape somebody's life. I think you learn discipline. I think you learn commitment, teamwork. I think you learn how to overcome adversity and to be much more resilient. I would recommend athletics, football in particular, but any athletic endeavor for all students in high school, because it builds you as builds your character quite a bit.
I definitely do believe sports can shape one's life because sports is an essential component to our society as a whole. I think sports can develop a young male or female into a wonderful person, and just going through the hardships of being in the sport can help in the long run in their life and give them beneficial needs and help them adapt to situations in the long run that can help them.
What's American about sports is I feel like it's just how the parents come together, the community comes together, the student body comes together just to support the athletic team. And I think it's a great experience because it builds camaraderie, it builds school spirit, and it kind of just brings everybody together.
You look on the weekends and big sporting events, no matter what it is, you got people come together and fellowship together. So bring people together. I know for guys, the big talking point, whether if you're 13 or 33 or 63, everybody comes together and just use that as a common ground with sports. So.
Well, I wouldn't say it's an attribute. I say it's more of a lifestyle, because you know, a lot of guys and girls too, you know, it's their only way out. You know, people come from rough neighborhoods and projects and areas that nobody could even imagine living in, and sports is their only way out. And you know, it's sad that it's like that, but I mean, it's reality. But you know, the thing about sports is it helps keep you, you know, everybody holds you accountable.
It helps discipline you for things later in life, and it helps to help just in general, just with families, friends, and things that you might have to do that you might not have been able to do if you didn't do sports. And I think it's beneficial for many kids to participate in sports as much as possible because it sets them up for greatness.
There's a lot of things American about sports. If you think of America, you think of grit, you think of winning first off. So with sports, what do you think of? You think of grit to overcome obstacles. You think of winning because what's better than winning in sports? And America has a bunch of winners. So go America.
I believe sports are very American.
Yeah, it's definitely part of the American way.
Playing sports is an American way. Sports are what shapes us Americans.
Yeah, I definitely think playing sports is an attribute for American high school students.
Playing sports is the American way, and sports are what shapes Americans.
I definitely think that sports is a true American attribute. Our sports go back so long ago, and we kind of steal everybody else's sports and beat them at those too. So, yeah, absolutely, sport is an American attribute.